Welcome to the My Creative Days podcast, where we will talk about all things DIY, home decor, decorating tips, and creating a beautiful home on a budget. I am hoping our time together will spark a creative idea, help you plan your next DIY, or inspire you to finally tackle that project you keep putting off. Grab your favorite cup of motivation and let's chat. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, oh my gosh, I just moved the microphone. Sorry about that if that was loud. Today I'm going to talk about 6 ways to grow your Instagram account in 15 minutes. Not even kidding. So these things will definitely help. And if you have 15 minutes, you can make these things a habit in this amount of time and just consistently do it, and it'll make a big difference in your account. So the first thing I want to talk about is when you think of 15 minutes right now, when I say to you 15 minutes away, are you thinking that you have forever? Is that a short amount of time? What do you think of when I say 15 minutes? It's so funny because 15 minutes is so different depending on how you think about it, right? So right now, if I have 15 minutes that I have to be, pick up Gabby or whatever, from something, I have to leave now. Like I only have 15 minutes to get there. If I am on a, bike or a treadmill at a fast pace, at a steady high incline, 15 minutes takes 4 hours. I'm not even kidding, right? So it's like, and then on the flip side, so if you're, scrolling through your social media or whatever, 15 minutes can fly by in no time, right? So it's so funny when I have a blog post about this topic as well, and I was writing it and I was thinking 15 minutes is not a lot of time when you think about it, right? Like when you just hear the words 15 minutes, right? That time frame. But if you're on a treadmill or doing something really hard, 15 minutes feels like 4 hours. And so it's all relative to what you're doing. But I'm talking about the short amount of time of 15 minutes that these six things will do, that you can do, that will make a big difference in your Instagram account. So I've had an Instagram account for a few years now. I do not have a personal Instagram account. I have a personal Facebook account, but I never post to it. I just had to have that to get a business account for My Creative Days. I'm somebody that I don't think I will ever have a personal social media account. That was just something I just never wanted. But I definitely recommend anybody that has a business that you definitely have an Instagram account. So I do teach and coach the squad members. I call it the Creative Squad. Every month we have trainings and business coaching that goes on inside this private community that I have. And, some of these topics come up and we kind of go over them more in depth. And but it's something that I know so many people struggle with. If you want more information about the Creative Squad, please email me, Lindsay@mycreativedays.com. I can leave a link for it in the show notes as well. But I have to make some notes here. Okay, sorry. But anyway, I know a lot of people personally, and people that I know through, My Creative Days, trying to grow an Instagram account can feel like you're, running through mud sometimes. And it's so frustrating. And I still, with all the changes, and they're changing things all the time, it is frustrating. But these 6 ways to grow your Instagram account consistently make, they're good systems to have in place no matter what changes Instagram makes. So if that makes sense, like these are kind of evergreen things that you should always be doing no matter what the algorithms, are saying, or they're, changing this, or they're going to do this, or they're adding this. That doesn't matter. These 6 things you need to be doing on consistency is like my favorite word when I talk about a lot of things in business. So that's going to come up here. So I'm trying not to say it so much, but let's just start there. Number 1, you need to be posting consistently. I preach this over and over again. Facebook for My Creative Days is my largest account right now. And so I get a lot of people asking, how did you grow that? My Instagram account has been growing steadily, and my number one tip for anybody is to post consistently. And I like to use instead of thinking about yourself and your account and my numbers and my following, think about how you like to consume, accounts and information on social media. So if you have a favorite account, right? Like let's just say you're really liking this account that keeps showing up in your feed. You love the pretty pictures, the aesthetic, the message, whatever it is, right? You really like it. So you have chosen to follow that account. Now, you follow that account because you want to see more from that account. Something really resonates with you. And it can be anything, the person, the message, are they entertaining you? Are they teaching you? Are they making you laugh? Whatever it is, there is something about that account that you want to see more of. So you're expecting more from that account and you want them to post consistently. So I think that some people need to, when you're thinking about social media, your accounts, and you're wanting to grow and all of that, flip it. Like, ask yourself, what do I want? What makes me want to follow? What makes me like a post? What am I expecting? Those same things are what other people are expecting from your account when they follow you. You need to post consistently. Now, when I tell people how I grew my Facebook account and what I'm still doing on some of my accounts is I'm posting every 2 hours. That scares a lot of people away. I used to do it a lot more in the beginning, and I had goals and I was sticking to them. I knew what I had to do and I did it, and I got results from that. I'm not telling you that you have to post on Instagram, 17 times a day, every day, Monday through Sunday to get results. I'm not saying that at all. But whatever what you need to do is you need to decide on a schedule or a posting schedule that you can stick to. Now, if that's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, people can expect some content for you. That's great. But you need to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Don't skip a week. Don't skip a Monday. Don't skip a Friday. Don't do that. So what is realistic for you and your posting schedule? We also, I'm sorry, I'm writing something else down. We also, that's hard for some people, and it's hard for me even. I'm like, okay, what do I need to post today? We have also put together a social media planner with things that you can post for an entire month. We do that for you. It's something we have offered inside the squad, but now we are offering it to other people as well. So I will leave another link inside the show notes for that, because it's sometimes hard. Like, you do go through those dry spells where nothing is inspiring you. You don't feel like posting. You don't have anything to say. You just don't want to post, and you just don't have any ideas. I've been there. I'm still there some days, and I just need that little bit of help. So if that's something that you feel kind of hinders you from posting consistently, check out that link. It can be customizable to any business. So it's definitely something that will get your ideas going. It'll give you an idea for every day. And then you can definitely customize it to what, your industry and your business is. So definitely check that out. But you have to stick to a consistent posting schedule and schedule it. Like, schedule it out. If you are somebody that likes to, I do a lot of binge scheduling on Facebook and Instagram. So I'll sit down and I set, it doesn't have to be, it's 15 minutes, you guys. 15 minutes to post, 15 minutes to schedule a few posts. That's all you need. But you definitely have to be doing that consistently. Okay. Another thing you need to be doing, take 15 minutes every day, is engaging on other accounts. Engaging, what does that mean? So engagement can be so many things. It can be liking, it can be commenting, it can be sharing, it can be saving, it can be, I'm trying to think of the word. It's called remixing on, I know the different platforms call them different things. It's basically any interaction on your account or another account that you're interacting on. That's basically what engagement is. Any of that. Some you want more than others. Like, if people will share your content, that's so much more gold than like if they just like it or heart your content. But you need to be engaging on other people's accounts. And if you can find similar accounts to what you're posting about, that's even better, because the followers on that account, they're probably the same kind of audience that you're looking for. And so when that audience keeps seeing you engaging on certain accounts, or on that one account, I'm so sorry, on that one account, they are going to be like, who is this? I keep seeing her show up, or I keep seeing him show up, and let me go over and look and see what they're doing. And if it is at all similar to what, that account is that you're engaging on, that's good. They're probably going to follow your account as well. So, and engage on their accounts authentically, right? So it just takes 15 minutes. Sit down and just say, for 15 minutes, set your timer on your phone, I'm going to engage on accounts and on Instagram. Read their copy in their posts. Actually answer the question they're asking. Instead of saying, love this, great photo, great message, look and see what they're at. Are they asking you a question? Answer the question. Are they asking you to go check out a new thing they have, a link in their bio, scrolling over, it's a carousel post? Do those actions and then engage authentically, like you've actually done them. Don't just engage to engage, if that makes sense. Like, don't just say love this, like this, and really engage, like put some effort into it. 15 minutes a day will set you up really, really well. Here's another one that is so important. Respond with questions. So when you post anything on, if it's a story, a live, a post, whatever it is, a carousel post, if somebody responds with like for me, I post a lot of DIY projects. I do, furniture pieces. And if somebody says, I love that, I can respond and say something like, would you have chosen a different color for this piece? Or would you have picked up this piece if you saw it before the makeover? Or respond to their comments with a question, so that they can then come back and say, yes, I love the color you chose. Maybe I would have done it in blue. And then you can that's a conversation. That's engagement. That is keeping the comment flow going on your posts. And Instagram loves that. So if you respond with a question, you are just asking for more interaction, for more engagement on that post. You really want to get to know your followers, the people that are commenting, seeing what they're thinking about, or seeing their ideas and what they have, to say. So for 15 minutes, when you are engaging, if you see people, if there's comments on your posts, respond with questions so you can keep the conversation going. Another thing to use is your DMs. It's so funny when I say get in your DMs, because so much can happen inside your direct messages. That's what a DM is. Pay attention to those. So that's when somebody may be reaching out to you. They don't want to post. They may have a question that they don't want to post, or maybe they have a question that they haven't seen you ask, or had something where they could ask that question. So they're going to reach out to you in your DMs. But I'm going to tell you to do something a little bit, just push it a little bit more. So definitely you should be in your messages every single day. Check those every single day. And a lot of times you'll get those spam messages. Block those accounts right away. Don't click on anything. Don't answer anything. You just block them. So a lot of the times, depending on how big your account is, but this is 15 minutes or less a day. And you can make sure that you're in your messages and that you respond to them, but do the voice message back. So instead of just typing back a response, do you know I am saving my fingers with all my message responses, like my voice message responses. Use that feature. I'm not telling you, 90% of the time when I use that feature, I will get the response. Oh my gosh, to get a voice message from you, that was so nice. Thank you so much for that. Or that was so personal. For you to just send me a voice message, that was so nice, or something like that. Use it. It says a lot. It just goes that little extra mile. They will appreciate it, and it's going to save your fingers. I promise you. Once you start voice messaging, now even I don't even text friends and stuff anymore. I'm just doing voice messages. And right now, as I'm recording this, it's around the holiday season. And so I will be voice messaging friends about like gift ideas or something. And so I do have to type out first, if so-and-so, your kid is near you, do not listen to this, because it's just so much typing and I just want to save my thumbs and my hands. And so the voice messaging is a game changer. Definitely use that. It just gives them that extra. It's just a little extra. Imitate what you want. You want people to like, comment, save, and share your content, right? You want them to engage on it. So do those things to other accounts, right? Share other accounts, comment on other accounts. We kind of went over this, but imitate what you want on other accounts. If you really want shares, then start sharing some other accounts. Do what you want to other accounts, and hopefully, people start seeing that. And they will start doing the same to you and with your account. The last thing I'm going to say here is call to action. So a CTA, if you've ever seen that, that's a call to action. So that basically means you need to tell your followers what you want them to do in every post, story, live, carousel post, reel, whatever it is, right? You need to say it on the video. You need to, you can put a sticker or some words, or you need to voice it, or you need to put it in the copy of whatever you're sharing. But you need to tell them, do you want them to answer a question? Tell them to do that. Do you want them to share the post? Tell them to do that. Do you want them to like or heart the post? Tell them to do that. If you just need to, in this whole social media world, a lot of us, and I'm guilty of this too. Like I'm just scrolling and I love the pretty pictures, and I may heart it and then go by, but you want people, you need to tell them what to do. So if somebody just says, happy Sunday, this is, I'm looking forward to spending the day with family. I hope you have a great day. And they have a pretty picture with it. That's great, but you haven't told me anything, you haven't asked me to engage on your post, right? There's no call to action, not even a, what are you doing on, this Sunday or this weekend or anything like that. So make sure when you're posting, you need to have a call to action in everything that you post, and tell them what you want from them. Share this post if this resonates with you. Share this post if you don't like Mondays too. Share this post if, if you found this helpful, something like that. Comment below with a raised hand if you can relate to this, or, something like that. Whatever it is, like straight to the point, keep it simple, tell them what to do in everything that you're posting. And this takes 15 minutes. These things, they're not time consuming, but they're effective. You know what I'm saying? So you need to get in the habit of doing these things every single day. It'll just make a big difference. And it's kind of a good, a good exercise to go through, because it's just teaching you and showing you what you want to be done, what other accounts are doing, how you interact and engage on other accounts, and why, like what makes you engage or what makes you stop, or it's just, these are all good habits and things to get into. So if you're wanting to grow your Instagram account. So I just thought I'd share those today. Like I said, it can feel frustrating and it can feel like your page numbers aren't growing, but here's one less. Let me just leave you with this too, because I'm going to tell you this coming from experience. Don't look at that number, right? That number of follower accounts, it doesn't matter if it's 50 or 50,000. You would much rather have 50 followers that are all engaging on your content than 50,000 followers who aren't engaging with anything. So remember that. I know so many people get stuck on the number. And if you are posting good content, that number will grow. But you want it to grow naturally. Don't ever buy followers. And you want it to grow with people that are there for the right reasons. Like you want your, ideal audience there. That's who you want. It doesn't matter the number. Because if you have, 50 people on there that are gung-ho, always engage, love everything that you post, you hear from them all the time, you can then sell to those people because you have those right people on your account. They know what's coming from you. 50,000 people that there's nothing, you hear nothing, they don't engage, they followed you way back when and they never engage on your stuff, then they're harder and harder to sell to and market to and all the things. So don't get caught up on the number, because you would much rather have a smaller account and a fully engaged account than a large account with no engagement. So I just had to leave you with that because that just came to me. Do not obsess about the number. Okay. I hope this was helpful. I would love to hear from you. We will leave those links in the show notes so you can check out those different offers that we have. But email me, Lindsay@mycreativedays.com, if there's another topic you'd like me to discuss here on the podcast, or if this was helpful, share this podcast. I'd love to hear from you. So until next time, I hope you have a great day, and we will talk soon. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I'm grateful that you tune in every week and that you share the show with your family and friends. I love having creative chit chats with you, and my hope is that this podcast will inspire you to try a new project, start a DIY that you've been putting off, and decorate your home exactly how you want it. There are a few ways you can help us with the podcast. Follow the podcast so you don't miss an episode. And if you could take a few minutes to leave the podcast a review, that would help us so much. Again, thank you for being here, and I look forward to our chat next week. Bye-bye.